Good afternoon, fellow graduates, and those in the audience with us today, both in person and virtually. I want to thank my professors, staff members, and peers who thought me to be a worthy candidate for this recognition, and for the opportunity to speak to you all today in this celebration. Now, I thought for quite a while and to try to encapsulate this experience for us in some brief but wise words. But I've always found that the best way to provide a message is to tell a simple story. My freshman year, I was lucky enough to sign up for an alternative break service trip, or ABST for short, and to travel to San Lucas Tolaman, Guatemala. We spent most days serving and learning with the people of San Lucas. We helped build local infrastructure, ovens in homes, road construction, and visited a local hospital and women's center that was supported by the mission. We also were very intentional about immersing ourselves in the community. One day, we took a small excursion to a neighboring town that had beautiful ceramic work that was all handmade in Guatemala. While there, I bought a series of pieces of beautiful ceramics, but one item in particular was very special. A small but beautiful and ornate cross. It had the most intricate glazing and detail work. And as soon as I saw it, I knew it would be perfect for my friend Allison. Not only would it fit beautifully within her plants and mementos, but also I've known Allison to be a very faithful person. So, as the trip reached its end, I packed this fragile cross up in my luggage, and it made the journey with me, all the way from Central America, back to my dorm room in Finnegan. So, soon after arriving back myself, Allison and some friends were sharing stories in the Finnegan lobby. Now, as many of you know, the entrance to Finnegan, which is usually bustling with people, was actually really quiet this day, intimately quiet, just with our new group of friends sitting around. In the middle of sharing how my perspective had forever been changed, and my direction in life even altered by my time in Guatemala, I went up to my room and retrieved the cross for Allison. I walked down carefully from the second floor, step by step, ensuring that I kept it wrapped up for it to be delivered perfectly. I made it to the main floor, rounded the corner right near the vending machines, near the section by the pool tables where we were sitting, and I finally presented the beautiful cross, unwrapped it from its paper packaging, and dropped it right onto the floor, shattering into a dozen pieces. Now fast forward about 3 years' time, with about 1 million experiences in between, and I found myself coming back from spring break, senior year, lucky enough to take part in ABST, but this time in Mexico. Arriving back from that experience, I was filled with a different kind of glee and excitement. Merely weeks away from graduation, I was rearing up for my life to massively change. This was a time to finalize my first real job and get ready to start my career. We were all so close. I could just feel a hum of anticipation. And then, just like the turn of a dime, everything changed. I don't think I need to give you quite a play-by-play of the rest, but in so many ways, our expectations were completely shattered, and the world as we knew it was as well. But the part of the initial story that I think is actually the most important is that the cross didn't get swept up and thrown into the trash. Quite the opposite, actually. The shards and the splinters were glued and mended, and the stories it carried became even richer as I could pass that gift onto my friend as it was put back together. I like to think of our experience this past year in a similar light. Even though the end of senior year was the furthest thing from what we may have expected, we've been reshaped into new people by it. Every detail of my senior year and post-graduation was planned to a T, just as I planned this perfect gift to be delivered to my friend Allison. But, as we all painfully know, sometimes life isn't forgiving, and our broken plans need to be swept up and put back together. And I think that if we reflect on it, the people we are today are new and hopefully different versions of ourselves than we were if we were sitting in these seats just a year ago. I know that my journey has been massively different than I've expected, and that there is no doubt I was broken apart and my life was hopefully changed due to COVID. It has taken some time for my life and the lives of those around me to reform. But just as the glue that helped form that cross back together to carry the memories of my experience, we become different versions of ourselves throughout this time. And I'm just beginning to realize that in myself. And I've seen this change in so many of you already as well. Graduation is an opportunity not only to look ahead, but now, for us, it's a chance to reconnect. This event has brought me back in touch with all of those I haven't truly been connected with since we left campus suddenly, more than a year ago, thinking we would just have classes off and be back in a few weeks. And after that experience, after months of separation, I have a newfound appreciation for those and the web of relationships that makes the Gannon family so strong. Now let's cherish this graduation with those here today and so many watching from afar, and allow this moment to be a gift that we can all share together. Thank you all, the class of 2020.